This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, March 16th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to KJ Shaw. He's a sophomore on the swim team at William and Mary College. He had a terrible accident back in October, slipping and falling down a flight of stairs, suffering serious head injuries. But not only did he recover, he just set 2 school records at his conference meet. Pretty inspirational stuff. KJ Shaw joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from Williamsburg, Virginia. KJ, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Congrats on the great conference meet, especially given what you went through last semester.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know it's not the easiest thing to talk about, but take us back to October 23rd is the day you had this accident. What happened?
Well, unfortunately, I don't remember too much. It was our homecoming weekend. The tribe swimming and diving team was selling 50-50 raffle tickets at the game. From there, I recall studying for a bit. I remember I had a few tests, and next thing I know, I'm in a hospital.
Now, you probably didn't know at the time, but what did doctors tell you ultimately had happened?
Well, I knew the nature of the injury, but I wasn't really sure what the effects were going to be. I fractured my skull back here, and it was cut open a little bit, and unfortunately there was a little bit of bleeding in my brain, and I was in the ICU for 4 days before I was released, and I had to withdraw for the semester. But the only thought that was in my mind was getting back to school and back to swimming and back to my friends as soon as I could.
Now, your coach, before we went on today, told us some backstory, and he said, the consensus on the team was that everyone would be amazed if KJ just returned to school in January, let alone the pool. But he said you were just set on getting back to practice.
Let's go with I'm a pretty persistent person. Stubborn might be another word, but I had my goals.
Well, he warned me that you were modest as well, which I can see why. But it is pretty incredible that you set your sight on that. You got back to practice around Christmas training time, and he said from January on it was 100% every single workout, never skipped a lap. It was just sheer determination.
Well, he helped a lot. The coaches were there for me. The team was there for me. It wasn't easy at first. I thought it was going to be easy, just a couple months off, but it worked out in the end.
How you doing physically now? Do you have any lingering problems?
I can't really smell. In fact, I pretty much can't smell. And they're not sure if that'll go away with time, if my sense of smell will come back. But hey, it could have turned out a lot worse.
All right, so fly. Your coach had said that at the conference meet, the IM on your first day it wasn't so great, but that your fly still looked good. Is that typical, or is there something about just how the fly has come back faster than the other strokes?
I think just the fly has come back faster than the other strokes. My IM, like last year, I did both the IMs and the 200 fly, and we kind of knew going in. I don't think I had enough training background, and my other strokes weren't looking as good this year, so we decided to stick with the 100 fly instead of 400 IM, and it kind of was unfortunate. 200 IM was my first event, but I didn't let it get me down, and I came back that night and swam on the relay, and I had a really decent split. So
yeah, 48.6. I'd say that's very respectable. So you go on, you set the school record the next day in the 100 fly, and then the 200 fly is sort of the grand finale. You not only set the school record, which was your own, but you almost get that conference championship.
Yeah, it was a close finish, but what can you do? It's just keep going at it.
There's another interesting coincidence about this accident with you. I understand it happened on the same day that Fran Crippen passed away.
Yeah.
And that your sister is roommates at Virginia with Claire Crippen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What a day that must have been for those two girls.
Awful, awful. I can't imagine what Claire was going through. I didn't find out about it till later that morning. My sister was riding up to their home outside of Philadelphia with her. I just got a text from her that says "I love you," and we're pretty close. But that was an odd text to get, and I was just like, "Huh?" Like, and then I found out that's a shame. They're a very nice family.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you made it through and that you seem to be doing just fine. Lack of smell notwithstanding, but hey, that's all right. Make it easier to swim in chlorine pools.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one of these seasons, because I know your freshman season was cut a little short by mono, so maybe one of these seasons you'll go full healthy season and we'll really see what you can do.
Got my fingers crossed.
Well, I hope you keep that determination up. It's going to be fun to watch you these next couple of years, if that's the case. So, KJ, congrats again on a great conference meet, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right, that's KJ Shaw from William and Mary College, and that is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.